What's Yom Kippur? What's it for? Yom Kippur, this great fast day, is the Day of Atonement. We're supposed to confess all our sins. It's so serious. Is Yom Kippur supposed to be a sad day, a serious day, a happy day? What do you think? The answer is, it should be a very happy day. Yom Kippur is not a somber day. It's supposed to be a very happy day. Why is that? How could you be fasting and saying, I did this wrong, I did that wrong, I was bad? How could that be happy? The answer is, I'll give you an analogy. The answer is, it's like you're doing your laundry. Why is doing laundry happy? Most people don't find doing laundry very happy. But you know, there's a certain joy to doing laundry or cleaning the house, because you're getting clean. You're cleansing. It's hard work, but the result, the goal is such a beautiful thing to be cleansed that it makes it very happy. So the attitude that I recommend for someone to have for Yom Kippur, and as I've said before, it's nothing to do with being religious. I don't even care per se if you go to synagogue or not. It's not even, if synagogue works for you, great. I wouldn't knock it. But if it doesn't work for you, I would not recommend it. You can do what I'm about to say at home. The idea of Yom Kippur is to totally cleanse yourself of all the negative energy, all the negativity that you've built up over the past year. Cleanse it all out. Cleanse it out. Now, what do I mean by negativity, negative energy? What I mean is what we sometimes call materialism, ego, self-centeredness. That's where it all comes from. Anytime I lost my temper, it was because of my ego. Anytime I was selfish, is because of my ego. Anytime that I failed to be kind or failed to be generous, it was because of my ego. Anytime that I hurt somebody, whether emotionally or physically, almost always because of my ego. And therefore, I need to do something to cleanse my ego that's going to help me overcome that, at least for a day. We're going to cleanse. So that's why we fast. We fast not to afflict the body per se, not to make me feel suffering. On the contrary, before Yom Kippur, if it was all about suffering, you know what I would say to you before Yom Kippur? I'd say, have a hard fast. We don't say that. We say to people, have an easy fast. It's not about suffering. Here's why we fast. We fast because one of the primary bodily drives the human being has is eating, is filling the stomach. And I want to overcome that for the day. I want to transcend my body. I can only transcend my body if I'm fasting. But is that true? I don't know about you, but when I'm fasting, I get hungry, right? You get very hungry. In fact, I focus more on my body when I'm hungry, right? To a point. I'm hungry maybe the night of the fast. I'm hungry the next morning. But by about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon of Yom Kippur, guess what happens? I stop being hungry. Do you hear what happens? Now, by the way, this only works if I had sufficient food and water right before Yom Kippur, so I really filled up. But by 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon of Yom Kippur, I'm actually beyond hunger. I really do transcend my body. And I'm standing there, whether it's at home or the synagogue, but I'm standing there, I can stand, as it were, before the King of Kings and say, you know what? I don't want to be trapped by my body. I know that my body leads me astray, leads me towards selfishness, leads me towards gluttony, leads me towards greed. I don't want to be trapped by that. I want to transcend that. I want to plug into what's meaningful, what's good, what's permanent, what's real. And by doing that sincerely, seeking that sincerely on Yom Kippur, and transcending my hunger, I actually can do that. Maybe only for even a moment. Maybe even for a few minutes on Yom Kippur, I can reach that point of being like an angel. But that's all I need. Because even if I reach it for a moment, that pinnacle of human existence for a moment, I've cleansed. And then I can go out of the fast, and I can start the next year now and really feel like I've rolled the counter of materialism and ego back to zero. Doesn't mean I'm not going to screw up again. Doesn't mean I'm going to be a perfect angel the rest of the year. But at least, it's like the rabbis say, if a person has a shirt and he never washes it. You know, this is like the typical college student, right? Why should I do my laundry? It's getting dirty again anyway, right? What happens if he doesn't do his laundry for a year? He'll never get it clean. True, it's going to get dirty again, but we have to keep cleansing it so that we can at least have the possibility of getting it clean. What's the measure of success? How do you know you've had a successful Yom Kippur? I'll give you one indicator. How you break your fast. Do you break your fast like ravenously? Got to get that food as fast as possible? Or do you break it slowly, deliberately, a little bit more attention, a little more appreciation for the food and how you're eating, and less materialistically and more elevated? That's a good measure whether or not you had a successful Yom Kippur, year in, year out. If you think about it, we all need that once a year, at least.